Have you ever wished you could be just a little less anxious or maybe a bit more outgoing? Well, today we're going to dive into this really fascinating experiment where one writer took on the challenge of intentionally changing her own personality, and she did it in just 6 weeks with some surprisingly dramatic results.
Okay, so let's get right into this. Our story starts with an author who feels a simple itch in her hand. But her mind doesn't just register an itch. No, it immediately jumps to an article she once read about people who literally scratched themselves to death, and she thinks, yep, that's my future. It's a pretty clear window into a mind that's kind of wired to expect the absolute worst-case scenario.
And, a personality test quickly backed up what she already suspected. She scored in the 85th percentile for neuroticism. So what does that even mean? Well, to put it into perspective, if you lined up 100 random people, she would be more prone to worry and anxiety and just general emotional instability than 85 of them. That's pretty high.
So, with this really high level of neuroticism as her starting point and a perfectly timed assignment from her editor, the stage was basically set for a truly unique personal experiment.
And this all led to the central question, the big one. Can we actually consciously change something as fundamental as our personality? Or are we just stuck with the hand we're dealt?
So, what does science have to say about all this? It turns out, the old way of thinking about personality has been completely turned on its head in the last few decades.
For the longest time, psychologists genuinely believed our personalities were pretty much set in stone by the time we hit 30. But, decades of new research have shown that's just not true. We now know our personalities can and absolutely do change all throughout our lives.